I'm Sabrina Samuels, your lifestyle, etiquette, and relationship coach. You know, life is really beautiful when we make it that way. So let's get started. Welcome to my show. I'm Sabrina Samuels, and I thank you for tuning in. To all of my fabulous subscribers, thank you for your support. And to all of my wonderful clients, thank you. I greatly appreciate you. On this edition, we're going to talk a little bit about etiquette, but before we do, I'd like for you to listen to a testimonial of one of my new clients. She purchased my online training program, and she took advantage of the free coaching session. So I'd like for you to hear what she said, and that will help you to understand a little bit more about this book, my Personal Success Diary Workbook. You can get the book on Amazon, and it's right there on my banner. The links are in my banner, I should say. So look for those links and go to that information, and it will really bless your life. So let me go ahead and play the testimonial. Cynthia, we have completed our 1.5 hour coaching session. Did you enjoy this coaching session? Please explain.
Yes, I did completely and thoroughly. I have been having these anxiety attacks, and after talking to you, Sabrina, it just broke it down, pinpointed where I was having the anxiety, and I know how to use the workbook.
Yes.
I feel so much better. I feel lighter. Sorry if I'm getting emotional, but this is so important to me.
Amen.
How to use the workbook and how to move forward. I was just going around like a little cat chasing its tail. Even though I was having moments of success here or there and in prayer, I was still stuck with unforgiveness, with things that had happened in my past. But your workbook, this little tiny little workbook right here,
Yes.
so powerful.
Thank
Just
you.
blow me away. And I'm sorry if I'm getting emotional, but this is such a breakthrough for me.
Yes.
And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to cry.
Oh, yes. Well, I hope that I was able to steer the energy pattern for you in the right direction.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
I tell you, the information that I have for you is important and it works. So give me a shot. Check me out. On this edition, we're going to talk about etiquette. And one thing I am excited to talk about is protocol when it comes to being on time, etc. I received a wonderful email from one of my subscribers, Miss Cleveland. She is so awesome. She sends me many questions, but I want to read this question to you, Miss Cleveland. It says here, "Good afternoon, Lady Sabrina. I have a question for you. Is there a such thing, pardon me, is there such thing as being fashionably late? If so, how late is that? Is it proper? I'm a real stickler about being on time, and I hate time being wasted. Some of my friends say you better watch out for her. She's going to be very early. She's going to be on time. Don't be late with her. Being early can be time wasted as well. So what do I do?" Miss Cleveland, welcome to my show.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time to answer my question.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your question. Can you say the question on air so everyone can hear the question?
I had asked the question about being fashionably late, if there was such a thing as being fashionably late. And if there is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Does it depend on the event or the occasion which you're being late? You certainly don't want to be late for work. So fashionably late. I've been hearing that
just wondered, is it in the etiquette, is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even if there is such a thing as fashionably late?
Okay, well, that's a good question. And I tell you what, it's a question that many people should really pay attention to. I am the kind of person, yes, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I was just going to say, like yourself, I'm a stickler for time as well.
Yes, and that's what you said in your email you sent me. You sent me a beautiful email, and you've also commented in your email where some people were saying, oh, you better be careful with her because Gail is always on time. She's early. She'll be there before you get there. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
Well, sometimes it depends on, I think it depends on where I'm going or who I'm going to meet. A lunch date or a dinner date or something like along those lines. It doesn't make me feel bad if I'm a little late or if I'm right on time. But if it's like a doctor's appointment or something like that, going to work, in my working years, I was always a half hour, 20 minutes before going to start my job because I've always been one to just go to work and jump right on my job. It just messed up my whole day when I had to rush like that. I'd rather be early and take my time or have to wait.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you know what? You're doing the right thing. I think that there are times when you can be fashionably late, but that's only when you have a window of the invitation saying from 3 to 6 p.m. If an invitation that you receive or business that you receive, if they say, well, the time will be from 3 to 6, that means you can be there at 3 o'clock, you can be there at 3:15, 3:30, 4 o'clock. You can get there whenever you want to or whenever your time will permit. Because what they're doing is giving you a window of time, and it normally is an open house setting where people are mingling, they're networking, and there's no real program. If there is a program, right, if there is a program and it is a set agenda, a person will give you the time starting at or time 6 o'clock p.m. Don't put a window on that to 9 o'clock p.m. because people will think they have time to be fashionably late. So if a program or an invitation says a certain time, then people should be either early, if it's going to someone's home, I'm never early unless I sit in my car. And like you give yourself a little time before you went to work to just kind of unwind and get yourself ready. You can do that if you're going to someone's home. Don't show up 15 or 10 minutes early, because when we do that, the guests might still be getting things together. They're trying to put themselves together. So that would be an inconvenience. But if it's a setting where it's a restaurant, a building of some sort, wherever you're going, definitely be early or on time so that you can enjoy the benefits of what is going on. Now, I don't know what nationality you are, Miss Cleveland, but we sometimes can be kind of late.
Yes, I've heard this CP time, and I am African American, and I know I've heard things about CP time, and I think the reason why I'm the way I am, for one thing, my mother was always that way, and after being a wedding coordinator in my church for several years, it kind of made me that way too, because I had to work with all types of people who kept all kinds of time.
Well, I think that it's very important to be on time and only fashionably late when the window allows for that. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. Back when I was doing designer fashion shows, and I also had a finishing school for girls, my team of professional women that worked with me, we understood the importance of time. And I would tell them at 10 o'clock a.m., the doors are closed. Stand in front of that door. Do not let the door open, because we had special effects. We did shows where you had lights and special effects. And if the light came in from any area, it would mess up the effect. So you know what we did, Gail? We would actually lock those doors, and people were fashionably late coming in when they knew the time was 10 o'clock. We would not let them in, and they would get totally angry. I got to get in there. I got to get in there. My daughter's like, I said, don't let them in. And after 2 years of doing that, I did shows for many years, 15, 20 years. After a few shows that we did, people would say, oh, Sabrina Samuels, you better get to her stuff on time because she'll lock you out.
That's the same way it was with me when I was doing wedding coordinating. Because, you know, when you set a time, the doors are to be locked. And I've had many guests who, because they couldn't go into the sanctuary, because now it's time to bring the bride out. And I didn't want anybody in the lobby while she was coming up the steps to stand in the lobby to wait to enter the church sanctuary.
Yes.
So, you know, I can't have guests mingling in the lobby while she's standing here waiting to go in. And they're outside wanting to get in, or even after she's gone into the sanctuary, now she's up to the groom, where the groom is. I have to wait until she is in place before we start letting people in again.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be something else.
It can be nerve-wracking, and especially if you're the coordinator. Here you have a job to do, and people are messing up your job. And then you would be the person blamed for it. Oh, she was so late. She didn't start on time. This and that happened. When it's actually the people. So it sounds like to me, you took care of business and locked it down and made sure everything that you were supposed to do got done. And after that, other people can trickle in as needed, right?
Exactly, yes. And I have the same reputation now. I'm not doing weddings anymore. But I have the same reputation now in the ministry that I had at my church. When we have planning meetings and things like that, I'm hoping to start on time, you know. So, and even the events that we have put on, the revivals or the conferences or the seminars that we have put on, I want them to start on time.
Yes.
And people know, they have been to enough of my events and things that I have done to know that if you're going to go to her event or whatever she's planning, you better be there early.
I like that.
I don't like to play with time.
Oh, yeah. And time is so precious. And especially when we become a certain age. I wake up and, when you blink your eye, it's time to go back to bed. So you cannot waste this precious gift called time. It's very important. Time is very important.
It's very important. And when we waste it, it's not something we can get back.
Yes.
You know, if you've waited or messed around or wasted an hour of the day, you're never going to get that hour back.
Yes, that's so true.
The words that we speak, if once they're out there in the atmosphere, they're out there. We can't pull those words back in.
There you go. Yeah, you can apologize, but the damage is done sometimes if we say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. You know, the damage is done. So we have to be astute when it comes to protocol. Certain things, yes, in life that you have to just know how to do. It was so funny in life. I've met so many incredible people along the way. And you meet colorful people, you meet conservative people, you meet, shy people. You know, there's just a world of beautiful people. And sometimes you can tell those that want to be seen. You know, they want to be seen. They want to show up late so everybody can look at them. I tell people, if you want to be seen in my crowd, you better be on time because the fashion show starts early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Cleveland, I've never had the opportunity to talk with you. You've been following me for a few years now, I think.
Yes, I've learned so much from just following you. And like I said before, meeting you one day face to face, you know, a day with Lady Sabrina Samuels, that's on my bucket list. And I'm sure it probably won't ever happen, but it certainly is on my bucket list.
Why not?
But yes, I'm...
Well, I want to meet you one of the days. What city are you in? What state and city?
I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, in West Michigan.
Well, I tell you what, if I'm ever around in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I'm going to look you up and say, you know what? I'm going to be in your neck of the woods. I want to say hi to you. Let's meet at a certain location and just say hello. You never know what life will bring, and I know it will bring good things when we want it.
Yes, like you said, he brings it in divine order.
Yes. Oh,
I
right.
definitely believe in that. I love that when I hear that.
Yes, that is so beautiful. Well, thank you for calling or emailing me, sending me all these wonderful questions throughout the years. I greatly appreciate it. And well, that ends our show. I'm going to end the show with you on the line. Hold one second. I hope that you enjoyed this edition of the Sabrina Samuels Show with Miss Gail Cleveland, an outstanding woman. Now I know why she's so professional, because she is a professional. All the wonderful things she's done over the years to help people, and how I've tried to help people as well. Be on time, and if you're going to be fashionably late, know when it's appropriate. Until next week, I'm Sabrina Samuels, wishing you love, peace, happiness, and our Heavenly Father's divine order. Talk to you soon. Bye now. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland.
Thank you.